I'm going to be talking about Manipur and the violence that has been going on for the last 2 months and how the BJP has reacted to it. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to Global Nationalism. I support nationalism in my country, India, and in all countries around the globe. Today, I'm going to be talking about nationalism in India with respect to current events. The current event I'm going to be talking about is Manipur's violence, riots, and terrorist attacks, etc. In May of this year, the Manipur High Court gave an order to the state government asking it to consider the request of the Metis community in Manipur for being granted scheduled tribe status. This status would give them reservations in government offices and other government postings, including government universities, which is what the other communities like the Kukis and the Nagas have. And this caused other communities, specifically the tribal communities such as the Kukis, to come out and protest against the order of the High Court and the demand of the Métis. And this led to some violence, which has gone on until today, and today is the 1st of July, 2023. Basically, I want to focus on how the BJP at the central government and the state government level has reacted to this and what they are doing to address the crisis. Let's begin. So, the central government sent the army to Manipur in, I think, in the first week of May when the riots started, and the army was given shoot at sight orders, and uh, they were given full authority to clamp down on the unrest, which they've used. They've set up barracks and different army regiments, such as the Assam Rifles, and others have come in to give security to people. And it's for some time the violence reduced, but then it erupted, and now army camps are being attacked by terrorists. So while this policy did help in the beginning, it's now uh, being put to its limits, and I think unfortunately the army will have to use even more force, which could cause even more loss of life, but which is now unavoidable now, I fear. The central government this week decided to ensure the distribution of resources such as petrol, liquid natural gas, and fertilizer, etc., which were being disrupted by militants who are blocking roads into Manipur. Amit Shah called on the Home Minister of India called on civil society organizations to bring peace to the state, saying that there needs to be calm and resolution between the different ethnicities. And in early June, the government formed a commission of inquiry with three members on the panel, headed by the former Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court. And hopefully, this commission will find out if uh, this violence has been pre planned and who is responsible for it, and can uh, give this information to the government, who will then be able to take action that is necessary against those who committed violence and organized violence. Also, the central government has created relief camps for all the affected individuals who have had to leave their homes. So I think the central government has reacted properly. They've called for peace. They've ensured that supply lines are continuing to be open in Manipur, and they've sent in the army, but it's just not enough. There's still violence going on. The state government, before the High Court order, they had started removing tribals who had encroached on forest lands. These are mainly Kuki tribals, but it has not being done uh, to persecute the Kuki community, but to simply incidental that they are the ones who majority encroach upon the forest lands. And many of these tribals are actually illegal immigrants from Myanmar who the state government want deported. A few days ago, the chief minister had written a letter to the governor for his resignation, but many people protested against his resignation, and so he has changed his mind and said that he will not resign. He has suspended internet services from the first day that the rioting began in May, and it's still been suspended. This is a decision I disagree with. I can understand if certain accounts are blocked, if they are encouraging people to commit violence and other criminal acts, but suspending the entire internet is simply a violation of people's rights. People have a right to use the internet to communicate. It's part of freedom of speech, so I don't agree with that. Also, schools have been closed. I agree with this as long as the government can ensure that online learning is happening, so that students' education isn't neglected. I, however, do not want schools to be open at this time because that would put children at serious danger, especially since terrorists often target schools and children for hostage taking. So, yeah, that is the situation right now in Manipur. What the central state governments have done, they've tried their best, but they've not succeeded in stopping the violence. And yeah, now I'll just dig a little deeper into why the violence hasn't stopped. Violence has not stopped because this is an ongoing issue between the Cookies and the Métis, and this has now involved religious sentiments because churches and temples of both communities have been attacked, and this has become a communal situation. Uh, so I think what's happening is uh, that this is being fueled by uh, extreme Christian groups who may be funded from abroad to cause unrest in Manipur, to agitate against the local Hindu population, and to because they're trying to drive them out of Manipur, which is happening. The Hindus in Manipur are now immigrating or emigrating to Myanmar and to other states in the northeast. It's a little similar to what happened in Kashmir, and yeah, it's worrying as a Hindu, but it also must be mentioned that a lot of innocent Christians have been attacked and killed, churches have been burned, so have houses. So both Christians and Hindus have committed crimes against each other, but this has been caused and started by Christian extremists, not ordinary Christians, and not by extreme Hindus. So the government has to take action against these groups, the militant groups, and I am confident that they will. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Please share your thoughts on the video in the comment section. If you want to see other videos about nationalism in India with respect to current events, click here. If you want to see my previous video, click here. If you want to see the sources I use for this video, click the links in the description below. Thank you for watching. Vande Mataram.